Hi, this is Derek Easley reporting for Gamefob Network, and we're here at Wondercon. I found Dino Andrade. How you doing, Dino?
I am doing fine. My God, you're tall.
I know, and I'm slouching. It's like, good Lord.
Or I'm tiny, you know.
No. So tell us how the con's been going so far.
The con has been great. I really, really enjoy it here. But the thing is, I'm a big geek myself, so I would have come to the con anyway if I wasn't here signing, you know. Long time fan of sci-fi, horror, and fantasy. In fact, I was born September 16th, 1963. That's 2 weeks before the original Doctor Who premiered, the exact day The Outer Limits premiered on ABC, and while the original pilot for Star Trek The Cage was in production a couple blocks away at what is now the Culver Studios. So
you got those connections on that date.
Yeah, it's in my blood, yeah.
Now, you've been doing voice acting for decades now, so give us some of your top credits.
Well, I originally started in, my very first thing was doing the gremlin creatures in the movie House, which was in 1985-86. It was a horror film with Richard Mall and so on. That's actually my first experience in Hollywood disappointment, because my whole family went with me to the premiere in Westwood, and I wasn't credited.
Oh, no. I hate when that happens.
Yeah. But geez, what I'm probably best known for, the Scarecrow in Batman Arkham Asylum, Mimiron, Mechatork, Professor Putricide, the Death Knight Gnomes, all these guys all over World of Warcraft, the Reaper and Brutal Legend, Kenshin and Samurai Legend. I'm just like, I'm all over the place.
Call of Duty as well?
Call of Duty and Call of Duty Roads to Victory. A lot of the guys in there who sound like they're from Brooklyn, most of those GIs are all me.
Sweet.
So yeah, it's a great job. I love it. Video games are awesome because for voice actors, exclusively voice actors, it's like the last bastion where we can have great meaty roles that in feature film animation now are more and more taken over by big name stars.
Right.
So, I mean, like, if you look at the Scarecrow from Arkham Asylum, if they made a feature film version of that, there's probably not a snowball's chance in hell I'd play the role. You know, it'll probably be Ralph Fiennes or something.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, I love video games for that, because it allows me to be a really, you know, an actor with my teeth sunk into something there. Nice. Really, really good. I get to really be a great actor.
Now tell us about your craft a little more. How did you perfect all these different voices? Had you just been trying out different characters since you were a child, or how did you really perfect these dialects?
A little of all of that. I'm an Air Force brat. My father was in the Air Force during Vietnam. We transferred to bases across the country, and so I got exposed to a lot of different accents, regionalities, etc. I mean, I was born here near Los Angeles. Then we were transferred to McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey, where my speech patterns were formed, then moved back. So I have this weird voice that is this conglomeration of East Coast, West Coast. Nice. I always meet people from the East Coast all the time who are like, you're from the East, but I can't tell where. I usually say East LA, you know, but you know, because I'm a Mexican from Los Angeles. But I was always surrounded by people with accents and so on. I grew up reading comic books, and I always had to read them out loud and dramatize them all the time as a kid. I loved animation, grew up a fanatical freak of animation, and then I began studying as an actor. I really got into study in the whole Meisner method, which is very much about imagination and the magic as if, and you know, real reactions to things that aren't really happening. And that's where it really started to blossom, where you really get that none of what we do is about voices. It's about creating character. Wow. And that's the thing that I really then could sink my teeth into. So, I mean, honestly, we call it voiceover. That's the big, that's the catchphrase. We all use it, even the pros in the business, but it isn't voiceover. It's voice acting. Nice. That's what we do. Perfect.
So what's your next project?
Well, let's see. I just did a new game that should be coming out any day now called Battle Dodgers. Okay. That's really, really fun. It's in the same format as like the very, very popular Zombies versus Plants.
Everybody loves that, yeah.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. And it's really cool because there's a whole bunch of chicks, a whole bunch of guys, and I do all the guys, and another actress did all the chicks, so the entire cast was 2.
Wow, that's awesome. That's impressive.
But we did all the voices in it, and it was a blast. I also just did a feature called Champions of Oz that's now in production, where I'm the Tin Man, which is really fun because I was the Scarecrow, so I've now been the Tin Man. Now all I got to do is get a lion. And
Hear that? Cast him for the lion role, people.
There you go. There you go. I'm on the lookout for a lion. Okay, so I can get that whole trifecta thing going there. So
perfect. And where can we find you? What's your website?
You can find me at dinoandrade.com. You can find me at Facebook under Dino Andrade. You can find me on Twitter at Dino Andrade.
Awesome.
And I am just a big fan. Awesome. I am just a big fan. I'm not one of those guys who said, well, I'm going to do voiceover until I get to Broadway.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is what I wanted.
And you're loving what you do.
This is what I wanted to do. I'm living the dream.
That's awesome. That's a great story. Well, we're going to tell our followers and watchers to check you out, and thank you so much for talking to us.
You betcha. You betcha. Thank you.
Bye from WonderCon.